Hello everyone. I hope you are well and yours are well too. I'm well. And today's question is 300 hours enough for CFA level 1? I do not know where CFA Institute got this idea of 300 hours. To me, it does not make any sense at all. Students come from so many, for example, the background. Have you studied accounting and finance or not? Have you studied economics or quants or not? Another factor, are you working full time or are you a student full time? Another factor, are you a fast learner or are you a slow learner? There's so many things that determine eventually how much time you should spend. I have absolutely no idea where did CFA Institute got the idea that they should share this fact that you need to that if you study for 300 hours you are more likely to pass. I think this number does not mean anything. This number can be as low as maybe 200 hours. This can be a number as high as 800 hours. Yeah. For example, if you have I've been working in asset management and fund management, then most of the knowledge is already familiar to you. You do not need that much time to go through the material. Maybe you can just quickly go through the material and then you are ready for the exam. On the other side, if you have been studying science and you have been studying, or as one of my LinkedIn connection, medicine, then it will take you a lot more time to go through the material. But then it also depends whether you're a fast learner or a slow learner. Some students are able to learn quickly, while some students need more time. They need to go through material multiple times. And as a teacher, I have taught like thousands of students, and there is so much variety in terms of learning styles. Some students like to make notes, some do not. Now, on the other side, if you look at, for example, the curriculum that CFA Institute provides, that alone is like 3,000 pages. How can you go through that material in 300 hours? And then on top of that, you have mock exams and practice questions. So if someone actually tries to go through all of the material and tries to understand all of the material, I think it will take a lot more than that. And then important is who is counting? Who cares? It is such an important exam for many of you. Why would you even consider that? Does it matter whether you pass by studying for 300 hours or 400 hours or 500 hours? I think it does not. I think you should be willing to put in whatever number of hours are needed to pass this exam. So I think yes, ideally you should be able to pass this exam with less time, so that because you can use that time for your family, for your work, any time that you're taking away from your work, from your family, from your leisure activities, from fun activities for studies, probably is something that you should not. But I think that's not the key thing. The key thing is not that you should finish it within 300 hours. And I've seen some students trying to do that, and they start looking themselves as if they are bad learners, or as if they're slow learners because they are taking more than 300 hours. I can assure you, I have seen students passing this exam with 300 hours, 400 hours, 600 hours, even 1,000 hours. So forget about this idea of how many hours you are studying, and try to understand how well you are prepared based on how you're performing in practice questions. If you're scoring marks which are in line with your target scores, then you are on track. And honestly, you may try to cut 50 hours here, 100 hours here, and then you may end up failing, and then you may have to again spend 300, 400 hours. So I think it is not worth taking the risk that you keep an eye on how many hours you're studying, and while doing that, you cut down on what is necessary. So I strongly recommend to not worry about the time or how many hours you are spending. Just focus on what is needed. And you know your own study style. You know how you learn. If you learn by, for example, making notes, go ahead and make notes. What if it takes 400 hours? What if it takes 500 hours? Forget about it. No issue at all. What if you learn by watching videos multiple times? Go ahead and do that. Uh, there is no. I think it passing the exam is so important that there should be no check on, no one should be looking at how many hours you are spending. The worst case that can happen is that you will end up spending an extra 100 or 200 or 300 hours Who cares? Who cares? Because you are building foundation. Even if you're spending more hours, you'll be learning something which is relevant for restaurant finance. It may not be directly helpful at level one, will be helpful at level two or level three or in your practical world. Clearly, you're not spending hours on reading some fiction or some history or some geography. In the end, you are spending hours to figure out something related to investment and finance. So I think my personal advice is do not worry about hours that you are spending. Try to make a steady plan. Try to have on a plan which is suitable based on the time that you have, and measure your performance based on how much scores you are getting, and that's it. So thanks for watching my video. If you have some comments, if you have further questions, you're welcome to write that. You can also give me thumbs up, and see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.